Hey, howdy, how are you? Welcome to another episode of the Short, Pale, and Handsome podcast. It's your boy, Loy Lee, shoes on the house. How are you? Today is Monday, April 22nd. April's over. It's done with. This episode has been brought to you by my Patreon account, patreon.com/loyleecomedy. You can find a link to it on my website. That's pretty dope, right? loyleecomedy.com. I should probably make it /Patreon. I'm going to make that happen. Put up a whole new page, all of that. But you can find that. This episode has been brought to you by my shop as well, loyleecomedy.com/store. And you can find a bunch of merch. I am displaying a new release that will come out on the first day of Asian American Heritage Month. Asian American Pacific Islander, whatever the acronym is. I can't get it straight. But it is my Bullet Club inspired tribal Pacific Islander font. It's pretty dope. This episode is also brought to you by my YouTube page, youtube.com/loyleecomedy. That's pretty dope. This podcast is not only just the audio, but it is also a video now. So that's pretty freaking exciting. You can definitely check out my Patreon account page. That helps me keep the lights on, keep this going. I got a bunch of treats for you guys. Join $1, $5, whatever you got. Whatever you got in your pocket, whatever you're comfortable with, I got stuff for you. So that's pretty exciting. Or if you can't, you don't want to donate money, I got it. A few minutes of your time. Anything that you've dedicated on top of listening to this, I appreciate you. Just go to YouTube, subscribe, like some of the videos. Do that stuff. View it. Views help me. You don't have to buy anything. Just watch the views. That will help me. So, yeah, that's my first pre-roll. How did it go? Did you like it? Probably not. But I wanted to talk to you about Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month, API month. That is May. I got a bunch of videos coming out for you guys. I got a bunch of new things. I am focusing all of my strength, time, energy on you guys. I am focusing on everything I have to this online stuff. So I'm excited. I'm excited that you guys were with me before I started this video journey. Now I'm excited that we can all participate in the little ways, big or small, that you can. So thank you very much. Check out my YouTube page. Like, subscribe, share, all of that. Put the notification thing on the thing. Follow me on Instagram also. That's kind of cool. All right, let's get into this. How was your week? I was off last week. Very busy. Very, 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 very busy. I had a lot of stuff going on. The DC Comedy Fest was full blown, all balls out, ready to go last week. And it was the second annual. First year, we had some struggles. You know, we learned a lot. We did some things differently this year. This year, we were able to slim down, cut the fat, make great shows. I think we had like 20-something shows. Most of them were sold out. Most of them had 40-plus people. So it was all dope. I had like 5 or 6 sets. We had a phenomenal display of what our scene really is about. Very inclusive. You know, I felt like we were the comedy scene version of the island of misfit toys, you know, where a lot of us can't get into the clubs or we're not welcomed at some of the cool kid spots. We were able to band together and have a great comedy festival with all of us together. You know, hashtag we laugh together. And it was great. We got people from out of state. We had a friend of mine, Esther Chen from New York. We had, we had great talent. Larry Starks from Kentucky. We had, so many to name, but there's some highlights. There's some pictures. You can go to DC Comedy Fest at Instagram at DC Comedy Fest. That's pretty dope. Shout out to Eddie Lyles. He he came out swinging this year. He knew that he had everything to prove. He had some stumbles. We had some stumbles. He learned a lot. I learned a lot. And I was so proud of what we were able to accomplish. You know, when you sit back and you go, wow, all of this stress, literally months leading up to this, it was great to just be able to say we did it and was successful. Sure, not 100% smooth. It wasn't, without error, but Eddie did everything he could to make sure that all of the things that could have been done were done, and we're just going to learn more, So that's exciting. So shout out to Eddie Lyles, Broken Diamond Comedy, and shout out to all of the producers that are in the area that run shows, that book shows, that just said, hey, you know what? This is inclusive. This is something I want to be part of. And they donated, or not donated, but they ran their room to participate in this. So it was definitely a great scene collaboration. So shout out to like John Yeager, shout out to Nikki Moore, shout out to basically everybody. I can't even name all the people all the promoters. So shout out. So next year, the 3rd annual DC Comedy Festival is going to be amazing. We had a finale at the Miracle Theater in Navy Yard, so that was great. Tony Woods was there. We had some talent from LA, and it was a great coming together of the scene. So if you guys, whatever town you're in, and find out there's a comedy festival, and go support it. Go hang out. Go meet the comics. You're going to see some great talent that are on their way up. You're going to see some great talent that were able to come out and go to your city and do their best to entertain you and just have a good time. So if you have a comedy festival in your city, go participate. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of free shows if you're not wanting to support, can't financially do it or whatever. Go hang out. Go buy a beer, right? You like beer? You like beer? Good. Go drink that beer, kid. Dude. What else? What else I got going on? I finally got a chance. Oh, I got a new chair. So I got a couple complaints about the rickety chair. The rickety chair is off screen on the other side of my TV, which you guys can't see. But if you are looking at the video, I got a nice leather chair. I found this on Facebook Marketplace for like super cheap, dude. It was like wicked affordable. And it's leather, it's classy, and it's not rickety. You might be able to hear some leather. Hold on. Can you hear me shifting? No, maybe not. I was trying to make my butt squeak on this leather chair. It's so dope. I feel like I should be hosting Masterpiece Theater in front of a fireplace, smoking a pipe, wearing a smoking jacket. It's super dope. But a couple people were complaining that the rickety chair, as much character and as much time and effort I put into it, they just said, "Hey, bro, it's too loud in the ears." I said, "Okay, bro." Went out, got a new chair. So if you are watching it on YouTube, I've got a new chair. It is classy, bro. So classy. That's new. That's what's going on in my life. And I'm excited because this production value going through the roof, little by little. Once I get my Patreon account, once you start showing up, throw me a few bills, few ducats here and there, I'm going to be able to, I don't know, do better. I don't know. We'll find out. What else is going on? DC Comics. I finally got a chance to go see Captain Marvel. A lot of trolls out there. Not going to lie. A lot of trolls. I wasn't deterred because I knew I was going to see it. I knew people weren't going to like it. I knew it was one movie in one piece of a puzzle. The movie was a piece of a puzzle on a bigger scale, right? And you can't just say, oh, I don't want to use this one puzzle piece. Fuck that puzzle piece. I will not use it to despite the whole puzzle, right? The whole picture. So I knew I was going to see it. I don't like people. I'm getting better, but I don't like people. I don't like spending money going to a movie theater that's crowded and having to deal with people, right? So I went to a matinee. Nobody there. It was like me and like my wife and maybe 2 other people. And I was a little sketchy. I was a little scared because this couple had like 2 kids and a baby, and I was afraid that, I was going to get annoyed at children. Listen, I understand that you're not supposed to get mad at kids. I understand what kind of monster you look like. So I knew going in, I was like, I'm probably going to look like a monster. I'm going to yell at a kid today. Good, well-behaved kids. Baby didn't cry. It was crazy. Now, on the movie side, I knew I was going to see it. Pass or fail. Over, under, good or bad, it didn't matter. I was going to see it, and I did not enjoy it. And before you start getting all upset and be like, oh, you didn't like it because a female was the main character, I was fine with that. I'm tired of watching the same guy save the world in not only the Marvel universe, but basically every movie. Every movie, there's a white guy that saves the world one way or another, or it's Will Smith. And you kind of get tired of that. So I had no problem with that. I just don't think that Captain Marvel was well done. I think, maybe it was Brie Larson's acting or her take or her choices, if you will. Her choices. My choices as an actor. Maybe it was her choices. I did not find her likable. I did not find her relatable. I did not find her... I could not empathize with her character at all. And maybe it was just poorly written. Maybe it was poorly done. Maybe a lot. There's maybe a lot of maybes there. It was tough to watch. Me and my wife were just kind of like the first 30, 40 minutes were just kind of like, Jesus, is this ever over? Get to the part where you're punching people in the face already. It didn't really start to kick off until she punched the old woman in the face. Spoiler alert. But you saw that in the trailer. I think that it would have been cooler if they didn't release that on the trailer and you just kind of had to sit with the image of her punching an old woman in the face. Given it wasn't an old woman in the trailer, it's a Skrull, one of the bad guys, and taking on the image of an old woman, right? I like where it ended. I just didn't like the character development. It kind of looked, and I know it didn't happen, but if you told me like, hey, there was a bunch of different writers, a bunch of different directors, it got put on hold, and they took some of the old footage and merged it with new footage, and there's a lot of reshoots, like all these technical things that happen that make a movie very muddled, I would believe it because I felt like it was kind of muddled, and I just didn't like the character choices. I do my best to support different stories, and this is definitely a different story. This is a different hero. This is a different hero arc, supposedly, and I felt like it was kind of mishandled. Loy doesn't like women. Loy doesn't like women actresses. That's fine. That's not the problem. Sometimes it's just a steaming pile of shit, and that's how I feel. There was a lot of trolls out there, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that you didn't give it a chance. I gave it a chance, and I came to the conclusion. You didn't give it a chance. That means that you're an asshole. You're just a dick. Don't be a dick in life, people. Don't be a dick. You can not like something. You can not like something. It's fine, but you're just going to be a dick about it, right? All the trolls that were trying to mess with its numbers. It's like, listen, people, like, I understand that this is part of who you are. This is the part of, like, your childhood, comic books, all of these things. There's like a dozen movies. You're going to say one is going to ruin the whole thing? I don't think so. I think you guys are going overboard. But yeah, it was a good... It connected some of the dots. It's kind of a prequel to where you see the character later. I guess it'll help make Endgame more understandable, hopefully. And that comes out in like 4 days, right? So that's pretty. This weekend, freaking pumped. I'm gonna be featuring for J.R. de Guzman from Netflix and Heart of the City. He's a Bay Area Filipino. Filipinos are gonna show up in numbers. So I'm excited about that. I'll be featuring for him 2 shows on Friday, 2 shows on Saturday, and then I'm going to be up in Harlem on Monday doing a show, headlining, and I'm excited. I think I just booked a show in Richmond following in May. All of my stuff will be online, loyleecomedy.com/TOA. Is the great Bill Burr would say. loyleecomedy.com/tour. That's where all of my things will be. So I'll be in, again, DC Comedy Loft, J.R. de Guzman, featuring just announced. The host will be Christian Escoto, who is a buddy of mine from out here. He's Filipino. It's 2 Filipinos and another random Asian guy show. I'm excited. Filipino young professionals are going to show up. NAFA's going to show up. All of the Filipino community of the DMV area. So that's exciting. We're going to have an after party. We're going to drink. We're going to be Filipino for the evening. We're going to be family. Familia? Pamilla. I don't know. I'm obviously not Filipino. Just by marriage. What else I got going on? Let's see. So that's the shows. I got that. Captain Marvel. Meh. Game of Thrones, though. Game of Thrones is dope. Last season. Episode 2. 4 more episodes. This is what gets me, right? Each of the episodes, the first episode was an hour. I guess all of the other episodes are going to be like 80, 90 minutes. An hour, hour and a half. And they did that all in a year. So they shot 6 movies. 6 full-length movies in a year's time. Why is it taking the Avengers and Marvel so long to come out with movies? Why is it taking Star Wars so long to come out with movies? Like, I'd pay for it. I mean, fuck it. I would have paid for Game of Thrones in the movie theater, $14. Given I'm not really paying for my HBO account, I'm using somebody else's login. But theoretically, to see it, if I didn't have somebody's login and they were in the movie theaters, I'd go watch it. $10, $15 every week. Take the lady out. I'd do it. I think it was a missed opportunity. Why do we have to wait a year or 2 every single time? Endgame is out this week. It took a year. We watched The Snap. They come out with 2 movies a year. It's like, if you fill them back to back, I don't know. I want more. And that's why I'm jealous. I'm jealous of these kids today because every year they get like 2 new movies, 4 new movies. They get like 2 Marvel movies. They get like maybe a DC movie. They get like a Star Wars movie. Every year something new. I was raised watching the same 3 Star Wars movies for like 20 years. We watched The Lord of the Rings, not the good one, like the cartoon live action. That was bad. That's something of nightmares. We had to watch that every goddamn Thanksgiving for like 10, 15 years. I hate that shit. I'm so jealous of the kids right now. Something new every year. Like, as a kid, do you have to watch any of the older movies? Like, do you watch Black Panther now? It's been out for over a year. Do you go back and like, oh, let me go watch that? I doubt it. I double dog doubt it. I know Star Wars in and out. A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, all of that shit. I'm going to do that word for word. Why? Because we watched it all the time. VHS. Play, gets to the end, throw in the rewinder, rewind it, pop it back in, watch it again. The rewinder give you like 5 minutes to go, oh, let me go to the bathroom. Maybe we'll get some more soda. Let me go get some popcorn. Let me go watch this shit again. Every Thanksgiving. Hey, guess what, guys? Guess what, kids? We're going to watch Star Wars. And we got fucking pumped. So excited. I feel like I was more excited then about a movie that I've already seen 12.5 times that week than I am for when the new movie comes out. And then, like, every couple of years, George Lucas goes, hey, new version. We've added 17 seconds of new footage. Ooh, 17 seconds. I got to watch this shit. And then it got out of hand, and they just started adding shit. Like, they didn't even add footage. They just added, like, CGI on top of the shit that you already recognize. You're like, oh, shit, that's what they're supposed to look like? You motherfuckers got dinosaurs now? But I'm excited. Because I'll watch it. Lord of the Rings. Give me more Lord of the Rings. Give me more new shit. I'll go watch it. Here's my money. Take it. Fuck it. You deserved it. What else is going on? I missed one of the greatest UFC cards of the year. Maybe top 10 UFC cards of the decade, I'd say. It was UFC 236, maybe 236. Gastelum, Stylebender, and Holloway Poirier. I had to go back and legally watch it. Don't ask me how I legally watched it. I went back and I legally watched it, allegedly. Allegedly did not watch it illegally. And if you ask me in person, I'll say the same thing. But I missed it live, got to see it again in the replay, and top 2 fights of the year for sure on the same card. Definitely top 2 fights of the year. Stylebender was tested. He got his face punched in. Gastelum got knocked down, face punched in. And it was like one of those fights where it was getting awkward for me to watch. Getting awkward being like, I am glad I don't even fight a common cold. I don't know. I don't think I am built. I think about playing jiu-jitsu all the time. I think about going down the road and joining a jiu-jitsu club and paying the money so I can have some grown man choke me out. But I'm like, I don't think I'm built for that. Mentally, emotionally, physically. Physically, I'm not built for that. I wrestled in high school, and I didn't take it seriously. I wrestled in high school when I was cocky, naive, in better shape. And I look at myself now. I'm trying to work out, right? I'm 155. I should be about 145. And I want to be 145 before I go to the Philippines in the summer. And I look at myself at 155, and my tits aren't like, they're not pecs, that's for sure. But they're not man boobs. They're just really sloppy, no shape, very awkward to look at, right? Because if you see a man with tits, you go, oh, that's man boobs. Or you see a guy with pecs, you go, oh, those are pecs. But when you look at mine, no shirt on, nope. Don't know what you're looking at. You know, you're just kind of like, can you put a shirt on? Because I can't figure out what I'm looking at here. It's not the reaction you want from really anybody. But I'm dedicated. I went to the gym last night. I got my TRX cables. I'm trying to learn how to TRX. TRX is freaking difficult. If you don't know what TRX is, it's like, I don't know what it stands for. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even going to bullshit you. It is basically suspension training. So you've got these nylon straps with handles, throw them over the bar, and you kind of like push up, sit up, stuff like that, right? Your own body weight. I'm garbage. Literally, my chest hurts, and I don't even think I did. Like, it's bad when you're doing a push-up in suspension, and you're shaking, and the strap is just slapping your neck, and you're like, I would try to stop this, but I can't because I'm not strong enough. So I'm just getting this strap slapping the side of my face and my neck and just be like, as soon as I can figure out how to get out of here. It's bad. But I'm dedicated. I feel like if I could just quit coffee in the morning, If I could just quit coffee, if I could just quit Vietnamese coffee, that is one of my two vices. Candy, I'm okay with. Don't keep it in the house. I'm a sucker for gummy bears. I'm a sucker for those Starburst gummies that they come out with. Those are dope. But as long as I don't have them in the house, I'm fine. Right? I've been drinking a lot of water lately. I've been eating better. But if I could just kick coffee, like Vietnamese coffee is crack. Like I get how they won the war because they were just hopped up. Like they're just cracked out on Vietnamese coffee. They were like, hey, we got time. You want to dig a hole? Let's dig a hole. Fuck it. I'm digging a hole. Hey, I dug a hole. I could probably live down here. Hey, I could live down here and drink more coffee. I get it. I get how Vietnam won the war. But then Dunkin' Donuts. Listen, bro. Starbucks, I'm sure is cool. The nitro brew, cold brew. You know, that nitro cold brew is dope. If you don't have it in your Starbucks, find the manager, slap in the face, demand nitro cold brew because it's bomb. But it's like $5. And they don't give you a size bigger than grande. So sometimes, just to be ignorant, I order 2 grandes and then I ask for a venti cup. And then I just take the caps off and pour them all into the venti cup and just stare down the barista just like, this is happening. Oh, yeah. Nothing you could do to stop it. Because for whatever reason, like, hey, you can't get a venti because it exceeds the attorney general's, surgeon general's warning of fuck you, I'm an adult. I can legally get weed. I can legally get opiates. I can legally get a venti cold brew. I don't care. It's $10 just to prove a point. Fuck you. Give me 2 grandes and a venti cup. I'm doing it, bro. Breaking the law. But now Dunkin' Donuts rolled up and said, oh, you like Vietnamese coffee? That's cool, bro. This is what I got for you. Coffee with chocolate cherry flavoring. Get the regular coffee, cream, chocolate cherry flavoring. It's already got the sugar in it. Probably not good for you, but it's dope. It is my favorite. I thought I like Irish cream. I kind of like hazelnut, but chocolate cherry is the shit. Hands down. Das shit. And I think that I will be able to drop down to 145 if I just cut that out. So I told my wife, if I'm not 145 when it's time to go to the Philippines, I'm not gonna go. I'm going in July. I'm going in July. So I got 2 months, drop 10 pounds. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Just working out, maybe. She laughed at me. She's like, yeah, okay, you're gonna pay me back all that money? Yeah, probably. But I'm excited to go to the Philippines. My wife is planning out a bunch of shit. We're gonna go hang out with her family. We'll go to Manila. And then we're going to go out to, like, the other islands. One of them, there's, like, I don't know, 7,000 islands. And then we're going to go try to go to Singapore, go to Bali. We're going to go all these places, right? Go back to the motherland. I'm going to have, like, a circle of life moment. I'm going to have a Lion King. The circle of life. Going back to the motherland. I've never really wanted to go to Asia. It's like everyone, I kind of enjoy just being like, hey, oh, you're Chinese? Have you ever been? Like, no, I've never been. What? You've never been to China? Like, motherfucker, have you been to China? No. Or like, hey, have you ever been to China? Like, yeah, I've been like 6 times. Okay, Brad, have you ever been to Ireland? No? What? Your name's Brad. Why have you never been to Ireland? It's double standard, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know where I just went on a tangent. I had a flashback of like fucking childhood. It's always those white guys that have been to Asia and they're like, oh my God, you've never been to China? And then they start speaking Mandarin to me. It's like, okay. Yeah, so strange. Such a strange conversation. But I'm just gonna leave it on an awkward note. Bye, guys. I'm going to Asia in July, and I'm excited. So if you guys have great places to go in Manila, Cebu, Cagayan, Bali, Singapore, Hong Kong, I want to hear about it. Put it in the comments below. Shoot me an email. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, I got some announcements. Patreon account, patreon.com/loyleecomedy. I'm going to have a page up on my website, loyleecomedy.com, and it'll be /Patreon. I've got t-shirts. This Bullet Club Asian Pacific Tribal South Pacific inspired design will be available on the first day of Asian American History Month. That will be May 1st. You'll be able to buy it at loyleecomedy.com/stores, which goes to my Big Cartel account. Basically, loyleecomedy.com, right? Shows, this podcast, store, Patreon, all that stuff's there. This podcast itself has a new Instagram account. It's Short, Pale, Handsome. So I just took out the and. Short, Pale, Handsome at Instagram.com. Wait, that's not right. Instagram, Short, Pale, Handsome. That's the word, Lloyd. Get your promos right. There's a reason why advertisers don't pay me to ad, because I can't get my shit straight. So on Instagram, at Short, Pale, Handsome is this podcast's Instagram page. What else? Shoot me an email, loyleecomedy, shoot me an email at loyleecomedy. See, this is why advertisers. I can't get a fucking post roll out to save my life. loyleecomedy@gmail.com. Also, I think, yes, it's active now. It's shortpalehandsome@gmail.com. I had to write that out. And for those of you listening on the podcast, I do have the video version of this up on YouTube. YouTube.com/ you guessed it, Loy Lee Comedy. And if you are watching this on video and you're like, I wish I just had the audio version, you can find this Short, Pale, and Handsome podcast anywhere you find podcasts, whether it be Google Podcast, iTunes, Apple iPod, whatever, Stitcher, Podcast Addicts, Spotify. It's all there, right? Okay. We good? We good. What else? DC Comedy Loft, J.R. de Guzman this weekend. Harlem in the Monday the 30th. Richmond, I think the 11th. And, yeah, that's what I got. So thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. Please turn notifications on. Please follow, subscribe, rate, comment, all of that stuff. Share. And I really do appreciate you. We're doing big things, people. I'm just getting this shit together. And if it wasn't for you, I would just keep on doing what I'm doing. And because you guys want me to do better and you guys are pushing me to do better, I'm trying my best to do better. So thank you very much. I love you. Tell your mom I said hi. Bye.